brief life sketch by Lucy Jane Jensen Dye. On November 7, 1905, a little brown-haired girl was born to Christian and Lucy Christina Williams Jensen. Her grandmother Williams thought that there never was such a child born, and so Grandma Williams died when I was young. I'm looking forward to seeing her again and enjoy the love that I've missed when she was taken away. While living in Brigham City, I had my patriarchal blessing given by Grandpa Denmark Jensen, which I have enjoyed very much. Then we moved to Lost River. I remembered I carried a large fish up a hill to home. I was so proud I had caught it all myself, but it was dead, and I nearly had to be buried from the stink. My grandmother died while there. My father had to take care of me while Mother was gone. I had beautiful curls, but I cried so when my dad braided my hair, and that ruined my curls. Then we moved to Lincoln, Idaho. There my youngest brother was born, and that morning we were sent to a neighbor's place. I froze my legs walking, but from then on my mother had a terrible time. Her health was broken, and she didn't walk for 4 years. As I remember, we then moved to Basalt, Idaho, and there my father was taken from us, and I missed him very much. So I had to take Father's place in the home, as far as my mother was concerned. I always slept with her, and I tried in my weak way to comfort her. I knew she would have put me through high school, but I felt I owed her something, so I went to work as we were left with the farm to pay for. I know many meals we just had cocoa, bacon, and fried spuds, but I wish she could cook us some now. I know they would taste so good now as then. I never remember her as turning us down when we wanted to go to a dance or church. We had to walk more than a mile, but she was always with us, protecting and caring for us. Then I met a sweet little boy. He used to walk from Firth, which must have been 5 or 6 miles, to get me. He was picked on, so many said they were afraid of him, but he was always good to me and always a gentleman. I remember once I worked in Wolverine. I was so homesick I nearly died. At dusk I saw a horseback rider, and it was Myron. I ran as fast as I could to meet him. I will never forget how happy I was to see him. He has told me since that he couldn't sit down for the blisters. Then on the 7th of November, 1923, at the Logan Temple, we were married. 2 years later, we were blessed with a little boy named Gerald J. Dye. His hair was dark auburn. He was so beautiful that the barber cut his hair for nothing. Then patient Keith came along. He never cried, day or night. One day a car hit him and broke his leg. I prayed harder for him than tongue can tell, but he has always been very kind to me. Then Ruth came along, just a little girl who was willing to take care of my children when I was ill. Now she has a very nice family whom she spoils to death, but I never have seen a kinder mother or father than Clinton and Ruth. Then came Norman, the sweetest, kindest little boy. By putting my arm around him, I could get him to do anything. We are very proud of him. He puts me in mind of the Savior. Red-headed, freckled, and very kind, able to take care of himself from about 11 years, and very humble. Then came Larry, and we were proud of his cute ways, walking at 8 months, always in mischief. But now, blooming into manhood at the age of 16, we are so glad he has taken 2 years of seminary and hope he graduates with honors. He loves hobbies, but I've never seen a boy try so hard, yet he has tough luck with pigeons and birds. I was so proud of him. For Mother's Day, the year of 1952, he bought me a beautiful canary, but we lost it too. Then little John came along, 7-month baby. The doctor said if he didn't go another month, we would lose him. But through prayer and the watchful eye of his faithful father, he was spared. But it was a very grave affair for both of them. But now he is as cute as a bug's ear and very trustworthy. At 9 he takes his paper route and very few mistakes. Someday he will be a businessman if he will always be honest and tell the truth. I don't believe a woman was ever so blessed with a husband and a very good father. I hope the children will never let us down. I hope they will always have a prayer in their hearts and not be ashamed to face any goals, and that they will always be pure, honest, faithful, and good to their companions. Never forget that God lives and hears prayers and protects us from evil if we are faithful. All I ask is that they will never be ashamed to meet their Father in heaven. I will never forget how good they have been to me, and when I'm gone, I hope they will remember, and that all I ask is don't let me or your faithful father down. I'm so proud of you all. I would give my life for you, so don't give up. Be strong and go to church, and you won't go astray. Through a wonderful blessing I was told I would live to raise my family, one to be proud of. I will never forget the blessings of the Lord which I have enjoyed. Enjoy life, pray often, as I have. I've raised my family with prayer, and they have always been answered. As Gerald would say, mother can stop or do anything with a prayer. No wife or mother can say better than I, my cup runneth over with love and joy for all my family.
I don't know how many of you folks know, but out on this Buttermilk Landing where they like to go, when the wind got a little bit rough, Myron and Lucy would tie themselves together. They were both in the boat and it was windy, and they felt like if one went down, they would both go down together. And I'm sure Myron can remember that because he wanted, if she drowned, he wanted to go down with her, and if he drowned, they wanted to be together.